Welcome to
No Fucking Filter. It's season 2, bitches. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. A hot new bombshell has entered the chat.
His name's Harvey.
We have a celebrity guest joining us today. His name is Harvey.
Harvey is the sweetest, cutest boy around. Oh my god, his face right now.
I know he really likes to be on camera. And he's elusive. He's an A-list celebrity. He's on his own program. So he comes and goes, but right now he's here. So go watch on YouTube.
This episode is not, unfortunately, about Harvey, though.
It's
What
not?
is it about?
Get out of here. Today we're going to talk about our ins and outs for 2025.
Yes.
We also have an episode that we're going to release at some point about Vogue weddings ins and outs, but we're basically Vogue, so we have our own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, oh my god, his hair is like in a mohawk right now. It's so tufted up. It's so tufted up.
He's a good boy.
He's the cutest boy. Oh my god, his hair.
So Labradoodles are in for 2025.
So distracted.
So distracted. Sorry. Yeah, you guys just gotta watch if you want to see her.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk about our ins and outs. I feel like every year there are different trends that come and go.
Yes.
Some stick around for a while and we get really sick of them.
Just in time for the 2025 wedding season.
Yeah.
Talking about our ins and outs.
Yeah. These are just ours, so
Yeah.
you may
Just
or
our
may not
personal
agree.
opinion.
Yeah, that no one cares about. Okay, do you want me to, you know what? You read some to me. I'm going to read these to you.
Okay.
You can tell me what you think.
Let's do it.
Ins. Let's start with the ins. Unique guest experiences.
100%.
Do you want to give an example of what one would be?
A unique guest experience could be the following. Go ahead, Lisa.
Okay, well, I actually have one right off the top of my head. We met this lovely girl called Life of Riley, I believe, at
the Bridal Expo.
Bridal Expo. And she does watercolor paintings of guests, like live at the wedding.
Yeah, she does.
Or
That is so
beforehand.
cool.
I guess if you send her a picture, I don't know exactly how it works, but how awesome would that be if your guest walked in and got a custom painting of themselves?
Photo booths are kind of out.
Ooh.
And what's in
Except
is a new
pure portrait.
Yeah, and a couple other amazing
there's some
portrait
cool
studios.
Ones.
It's basically like a studio.
There's one called Our Lavish Guests, I believe, and they're like epic. Yeah.
So that's in, but a different way of like capturing your guests. So like the caricature, the portrait. What Riley is doing is amazing. We'll definitely make sure to tag her.
Yeah. She's also just lovely.
That's a really good one.
Just something for your guests to do, whether it be like a welcome cocktail, just an experience for them to have.
Oyster carts.
Oyster cart.
S'mores bars. Something they actually have to do.
Can you tell we are hungry?
Yeah, we need to eat.
Yeah, something for them to do, because it's a long time to just be standing around chatting.
Which is why these elaborate seating charts are actually a really great thing, because it adds to the experience. Like they have to get up there and find it. Oh, so cool. I haven't actually shot one myself, but the big walls where you can like ding a little
and
bell
someone's hand,
and then a hand comes out with the champagne. I love that.
Anything that is different. You kind of want your guests to leave and be like, that was so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get creative.
Yeah, get creative.
Hit up Danny. Danny has a million ideas.
Yeah.
Like, really good.
Oh, she talked about Power Hour or something, like, or the karaoke at the end of the night. That's really funny.
That would be so fun. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. There's lots of them out there. Okay, including family members in an unexpected way.
Yes. So that could look like
Flower grannies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And or having someone really close to you come out and hand out shots or beer or something.
The beer boys.
Fun,
I've been to a wedding that had a beer boy.
Yeah.
I saw a baguette boy.
A baguette boy.
He had a basket full of bread. He was just handing out baguettes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You can do anything.
You know what else I think is cool is when they have like the grandmas or the moms or someone as the witnesses.
I love that.
Yeah, it's just a little, everyone wants to feel special, and it's kind of just a little way to have everyone included.
Yeah, I love that so much.
Okay. Relaxed timelines.
Yes, those are so in.
Forever. They're going to be in forever.
Yeah. There's the worst thing that you can do on your wedding day is rush around.
Guess when you're not going to get candid photos?
Rushing around.
Correct. Yeah. Just take your timeline and double it.
Yeah.
Small bridal parties or no bridal party.
We've talked about this before, and you and I actually I don't necessarily agree with no bridal party because the vibes that a bridal party can bring are pretty freaking epic.
That's true. It
But
depends on the wedding.
It's a lot more peaceful, that's for sure.
Very peaceful. Hiring vendors based on their experience and vibe, not just the price.
This will and always will be in, you guys. It is mandatory for you to have a good day. If you want to have a good day, you find a vendor that you vibe with.
Yeah, because every one of those people is going to contribute to how your day feels, how your day flows.
Yeah. Every aspect.
Yeah. So
florist,
pay the extra little bit of money for the person that you had the best call with.
Yeah.
And you're going to have the best day.
Even if they're not there physically on the day of, like, say they are just dropping off the cake, the florals, or whatever, you still have to vibe with that person because they need to understand your vision. And if you're just, it's a weird interaction, you're not going to be happy with the product.
Yeah. If there's any red flags in the beginning, they're not your person.
No.
Dinner party vibes.
Love.
Yeah. What I mean by that is like really caring about the food, like family style dining where you like the meals not just rushing through the buffet, all the tables are eating separately and blah, blah, blah. You're actually like sitting down to a meal together, some lovely food.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Again, we are hungry. Sleeves.
Love a sleeve. I will and forever will love a sleeve. I feel like the sleeves will change. Like right now, the style of sleeve is more of a fitted, kind of on and off, detached sleeve. So more like gloves.
I've seen some pretty big, poofy, cool sleeves that I love.
Those were really, really big. I feel like 2 years ago, and they still are, and they're gorgeous. A sleeve is just amazing.
This isn't on the list, and I don't know if it's like my personal in, but we're going to see it everywhere as like scarves.
Oh, I love a scarf.
Yeah.
Such an easy way to like throw it on and change the look.
Yeah.
Love it.
And it's like gives a little interest, a little movement for photos.
What about, okay, this is something I haven't seen that I feel like could be cool since we love like a silk scarf. What if it's a winter wedding and you wear a wool scarf?
That's going to be a no for me, dog.
I feel like it could be cool because
I'm going to need to see evidence of this.
In my mind, it's like a cool idea, I promise. Okay. But like if you are having a winter wedding, I feel like hats. Like, okay, your face right now is so unsure. But
I'm thinking about paying to get your hair done and then wearing a hat.
For hats, for gloves, for coats.
The hat, I don't know what the hat. The coat, absolutely, you should wear a fur coat. Why are you even getting married in winter if you can't wear like the most elaborate fur coat? Are you like, you're thinking like skijoring vibes?
Yeah, okay. I am.
Yeah, I like
I'm thinking like.
That would be such a fun bride's, like, bachelorette theme.
It actually would be.
Yeah, be really fun. Okay, well, sorry. Sophia's wants it all.
I guess
hat
not
and
hats.
a scarf on your wedding day. Wedding hats. Color.
Love.
Can I?
It's so in
this
right
is
now.
kind of saying something from the out list, but guys, I'm so sick of blush. I am. I'm so sick of it. I want something cool and different and bright and fun and like loud.
Bring the color. It is so in. That is where we're seeing the direction.
Specifically, the colors I think that are going to be really in are like jewel tones.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure.
Like those deep emeralds and like rich reds.
Yeah,
and
red is going to be huge.
Royal blue
going forward.
Yeah.
Not just for Valentine's Day. Mm-mm. I think you could do so many cool things with that. It's very romantic too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I like it. Leaving time for candid moments.
Yes, that is so in.
Mm-hmm. It kind of goes with the relaxed timeline.
It does. Yep. We love that. Mm-hmm. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt.
If you're enjoying this episode, we would really appreciate it if you downloaded it.
Downloads are the best way for us to generate revenue.
The money helps us come out with new episodes and have more amazing guests.
Subscribe to the show to automatically download future episodes and make sure to leave us a rating and review. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
And share it with a friend. Family style dining, kind of what we said, dinner party vibes. So for anyone that doesn't know what that means, instead of everyone getting a plate, there's one big platter served for the table and you get to pass it around and interact with the person beside you.
Yeah, I really love that. Mm-hmm. It's also like the thing I love about buffets is that you get to choose your portions, what you want on your plate. That is the nicer version of a buffet, I think, because you're sitting around, you can pick and choose how much you want of one thing, or if you don't want something, you don't have to take it, because there's a lot of waste that can happen when it's in general, whatever you're doing for your wedding, like the food waste is massive. So people gorge themselves on the buffet, fill their plate up, don't finish it. Or the other way around, you get a plated dinner that maybe like has stuff on it that you don't want, right?
Kind of the pitfalls of the buffet is it takes a long time.
Ugh. Everyone has to get up and out of their seat.
Yes. So there's a lot of commotion happening. One table is always starving.
Yeah. By the
usually the one we're at.
The first table has eaten.
Yeah.
And the last table
so it's there's no flow.
Yeah,
because
you're so right.
The people beside you haven't gotten their food yet. You feel weird eating because they're like staring at you. Those games are stupid. Like,
yeah.
I think buffets are out.
Should we just, buffet?
Cancel the buffet.
Out.
Unless we are there, because then we're going to go a few times to it.
Yeah, we're so hungry.
Yeah.
What are we eating after this episode?
I'm starving. Inviting only those who mean the most to you.
Yes. You guys, this we kind of spoke about. We always actually touch on this. It's so important to really refine your time or your guest list. And make sure that you're surrounded by the people that bring you joy. Like if you're not going to go hang out with this person on a regular basis.
I always say like if you wouldn't have them over to your house for dinner.
Exactly.
But then should they be at your wedding? Probably not. Unless you're having like a 300-person wedding and then everyone can come.
Sure.
Yeah. Boundaries.
Boundaries
just
are
in general.
They are in and they are in to
so
stay.
Hot right
you
now.
Guys, weddings are the hardest thing to create boundaries with. Like people struggle with it because there's so many parents, so many voices, so many opinions. Boundaries are key. We're doing boundaries going forward, you guys.
I'm putting you on the spot. What's one boundary you wished you enforced at your wedding?
One that everyone should have is that people shouldn't go over the limit of speaking, or you shouldn't have to have certain people speak that you don't want to speak.
Yeah, actually, this brings up an interesting topic. There's a joke at every wedding. Someone's like, they said I only had 5 minutes, but ha. And like, that's rude and fucking disrespectful, honestly. Yeah. If the couple has designed their evening around you having 5 minutes,
then you
shut the hell up at 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, no one cares. After 5 minutes, no one's listening.
No.
No.
So you have to have boundaries.
Yeah.
And decision making in early stages. Mm-hmm. Having your parents kind of push you on certain things, you really have to have those clear conversations ahead of time, because it only gets worse, guys.
And be prepared, because you're going to have them.
Yeah.
So have a plan and stick to it.
Exactly.
Okay, outs.
Yeah, do you want me to read some of the outs for you?
Yeah, I do want you to read some of the outs.
Okay. Let's see. Shot lists.
Hate them. Don't like them. Out.
Don't bother.
Honestly, if you send me one, I'm not reading it. I will not be.
There are so many things about shot lists, and this is how we'll say it, because there's two things: a shot list and then a must-have list, I guess. Like, and they're two very different things. Like, if you have something unique and very specific that you must have captured on your day, please share it with us.
Or someone that you really want a photo with, or a specific detail that you really want a photo with.
We would love to know.
Obviously, it's our job to take those photos. But if you send me like
the dress
bridesmaid putting on bride's shoes, I've literally had this, and that's going to be a no.
No, because we're not looking at that list. And on the day, if it's happening, if you're going to do it, it's going to get captured. Just think of it that way.
And it interrupts the flow and the candid moments of the day to force these like things that you saw on Pinterest.
If you want a specific photo, you have to just do it. If you want to hug your bridesmaid, hug your bridesmaid. But do not write it in a list for us.
No, we won't. We'll throw it in the trash.
Matching bridesmaids.
Out. That's it. Out. We don't need to say anymore.
Okay.
It's out.
Reading your vows and speeches off of a frickin' phone, you guys.
Out. Hate it. Dead.
It's 2025.
Yeah.
Write that shit down on a nice piece of paper or in a vow book.
There's nothing worse during speeches than someone can't find it on their phone, or they can't see it, or they're fumbling around with their glasses because the font's too small. Or in every photo, they're holding a phone to their face when they're supposed to be looking you in the eye.
Yeah.
Get a beautiful notebook, a piece of paper, write that shit down. No.
Exactly.
Technology at a wedding does not belong.
No.
Put the phones away.
Sunglasses. So this was a trend.
Here's what I'll say. I think the ones that we're all thinking of, like with the date and everyone passes them around, whatever, or like the hearts, I think those are out.
Yeah, they are now.
But I think if you had like a really cool, super trendy pair that went with like the vibe of your day, that would be cool.
That is super sweet. Yeah. Add that in your details in the morning. I love that.
Yeah. But the ones we've all seen are out.
That was a TikTok trend. Yeah. It blew up and now it's passed.
Yeah.
We're not bringing it into 2025. Blush bouquets. You've already expressed your hate towards blush in this episode.
I just think there's so many flowers in the world. Why are we all getting the same bouquet?
Also the shape. Like, can it not just be just they are like art pieces.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. Let your florist.
It's the time to like let your personality show. Yeah, let your florist run wild. I see a lot of florists that are kind of just making things for themselves because they feel inspired and they're so unique, so cool, so different. We've seen the eucalyptus and we've seen it. Give us something new.
We've seen the round rose bouquet before.
Oh, barf. That's belongs in like the 2000s. Yes, for sure.
Price shopping.
Well, life's expensive.
Yes.
The economy is in the tank. Trump is taking over Canada. I don't know. This is not a political show, but things are tough out there. So I get it. Couples are being very intentional with how they spend their money. That being said, there's a way to do it, I think. That's like classy and cool. If you're just... Because we all talk to each other and share these referrals. So we know when there's a couple out there sending the same copy and paste email to 20 of us.
100%.
We know. And then they pick the person they're going to go with and they don't let anyone else know about it. So I think it's okay to have a budget and it's okay to be very clear and communicate that budget.
Yeah.
But then you have to maybe only reach out to your top 5.
This directly correlates with our in, which is vibing with your vendors.
Yes.
You are price shopping. I understand, like you have a budget, like you said, but you need to be picking people off of this vibe as well, right? Like, yes, you can't just spend $1 million. I get it.
Yeah.
But you need to be thoughtful and mindful about who you're picking and not base it on a price. That's the thing, right?
And I think maybe having your budget be a little bit flexible.
Yeah.
Like for the right person, you would spend a couple more $100.
Yep, exactly.
But to just pick based on price alone, you're going to be disappointed.
No, for sure. And just so everyone knows, every single photographer charges something different. And there's a science and a reason behind that, which we will be making another episode about. But you need to be meeting with these people and making the right choice for you. Yeah. So that's all we have to say about that, which was a lot.
Short and sweet.
Ghosting.
Yeah, we just said, don't do that.
Don't do it.
We can handle it. Here's exactly what to say. Hi, Sophia. Thank you so much for your time in getting back to us. We've decided to go with someone else. Best of luck. And that's it.
You could also add what made you choose a different direction.
Yes.
Because it's helpful for us to know, right?
If you were out of our budget.
There you go.
We
simple as that.
Connected more with someone else. We can handle it, guys.
And it's actually better for us to know. So
there's nothing worse than you get like an amazing inquiry. You're so excited. You send your pricing, you email with them. I've even had a call with someone that ghosted me. And that is so fucking rude.
Yeah.
I took time out of my night to sit down and talk to you on the phone and share my knowledge and information. And then you just ghosted me? Yeah. That's so rude.
That's happened actually recently. We have a little group chat of photographers. And unfortunately, someone on a Friday, I think Friday or Saturday night, 7 p.m., just didn't show up for their meeting.
You know what? If that was you and you're listening, you're a shitty person.
We are literally scheduling in a meeting with you and making time out of our like spending time with family.
Yeah.
For you guys, right? Like,
not cool.
Yeah. No.
Also, if that person ghosted me and then came back because their first plan followed through, I probably wouldn't want to work with them anymore.
No,
because that's a red flag.
No, of course not.
Well, I'm getting mad.
Yeah, you're getting mad. That's actually something we should make a whole separate episode about. Is like just the etiquette around that, because I know it's tough planning a wedding. There's a lot of intricate pieces. You're probably messaging a ton of people. It's hard to keep up. We understand that. But leaving someone hanging at 7 p.m. at night with no response, no even like, hey, I can't make it.
It takes
That's just so
one
rude.
second to send an email or a text that says, sorry, it's not going to work.
It.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, we got heated there. Okay. Couple more of outs this year. Cookie cutter weddings.
Yeah. We're over it. That whole thing of like, what are your colors? And then you get the ribbons on the chairs. No, we're not doing that anymore.
No. It's not all the same.
It's cool to be different. Yeah. Do something different.
Tight timelines. Out. Yeah. Give yourself the buffer time and the enough time for everything. Buffets. We kind of talked on that already.
Sorry,
they're out.
Yeah.
Huge guest lists.
Here's what I'll say. If your parents are billionaires and you're getting married in a castle, you should have like 500 people there. Absolutely. Why not? It's a party. But if you're just a normal person having a normal wedding,
I love this.
You don't need 200 people.
No. Just have the people.
You can't afford it. And don't do it.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that changes your expenses is the people.
Every person you add on to your guest list costs you hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, literally.
So think about that person that you're writing down. Would I give them $500? No? Well, then don't invite them to your wedding.
Wedding favors.
Out.
Yeah, they're out. And satin.
Okay, I wrote that down, so I'll explain.
Yeah, please.
We've talked about the satin robes. We hate them. They're gone. They're dead.
Robes.
They're the worst. Don't buy them. They're cheap. They're from like Amazon.
Yeah.
They're dead. Satin at the wedding reception, like on the table, sometimes there will be like a satin runner or whatever.
Yeah.
It's never steamed.
No.
It's always wrinkled. You can tell just by the white is bright white.
That is one of my pet peeves, actually.
Yeah.
That linens don't get steamed.
Steam your fucking linens, guys. It takes, probably quite a while, actually. Yeah. Your planner will do that for you.
That's where you have a planner.
Mm-hmm. But that will make a huge difference in how your wedding looks. But yeah, satin.
No.
Also, you know what? There's some beautiful satin bridesmaid dresses, but here's what I'll say about them. Every single one gets a stain on it.
And in the summer, if you're sweating.
Oh, there's sweat stains.
Oh, Jesus.
Or if you're sweating and then sitting down in the limo, guess what's all wrinkly, everywhere that you sat down.
So bad.
Or when the bouquet, if it's not dried off and you're holding the bouquet, then you have a big watermark. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry. It's just.
Satin is out.
No, there's just too many variables. It's out.
We are going to make a little TikTok video about maybe some other potential cute outfits that you could do in the morning for getting ready. Yeah. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I think this is a great list. Like the ins and the outs, they kind of complement each other, right? Like small weddings, big guest list.
I think the overarching theme is just being intentional.
Yes.
Don't just do something because you saw that that's what you do at weddings. Like if you don't want it there, don't have it. And if you want it there, then spend the money, make it really good, and have it there in a really special way.
I love that. Yeah. And if you guys have any ins or outs that you'd like to share with us, we will always love to hear those from you. You can drop into our DMs on Instagram.
Slide right in.
Okay, well, amazing. I'm looking forward to 2025 and the wedding season.
Also, just because we said it doesn't mean you can't do it. So we promise we're not going to judge you.
If you love it,
if we show up and
we respect it.
If you love it, we love it.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Are you sitting at your computer editing right now? If so, why?
Let Imagen AI do it for you and get back to doing what you love.
We are so excited to be working with Imagen AI.
Imagen is the industry-leading post-production platform. They're a team driven to build tools that let photographers spend more time doing what they love instead of at their computers.
Visit the link in our show notes to get started with Imagen and claim your free edits today.